Good morning everyone, and welcome back to my channel. These are some things that I've been working on here lately, is some paintings, and they're really cheap to make. I have it's board that was rescued from the trash. My brother knows that I do a lot of crafts and he keeps eyes out. I like to recycle as much as I can. You can do this on canvas, but these boards are really sturdy. It's wall board of some type. It's like a 1/4 inch thick. Doesn't bend, doesn't warp. So I've been doing paintings or dirty pours on these. It's actually white, as you can see, and I painted it black. So I have a bunch of paints over here already mixed up because I didn't want to spend a lot of time on video mixing paints. But this one is going to be done with Elmer's glue, and you don't have to buy a big gallon size like I did. You can buy the little bottles from the Dollar Tree, and I have really hard water at home, so I use distilled. But this is all it is, and these paints are from Walmart, and I have a variety of colors that I use. But all you do is, it's a 1-to-1 ratio on the glue and the paint, and I don't really measure, I just kind of wing it. But you put the glue in your cup, and then you do your paint. Well, I got a big blob trying to come out. And you just kind of, well, now my fingers look like they've been cut on. Again, it's about a 1-to-1 ratio, and you just mix up the glue and the paint really well, scraping the sides. You don't need any Floetrol or anything like that. There's that big glop. No kind of medium or anything, but you mix up the glue and your paint, and then you're going to water it down just a little bit at a time. And you're going to scrape the sides. And I just have the basic colors. I have orange, purple, blue, pink, yellow, white, and of course red. And then I have, it's extreme glitter, and it's done in silver. And it's really cool when you add it into the painting. Just add a little bit of water at a time until you get the consistency that you want. And some of the colors, after I'm done mixing, I add lubricant, just a couple squirts. This also comes from the Dollar Tree, and that's what's going to make cells in your pictures or pourings, whatever you want to call it. But this is what you want, a consistency like that, nice and smooth. And you're going to take a cup, just fold it just a little bit, And if you're using white, I know the glue is white, but you're going to have to add white paint to it, because Elmer's glue, when it dries, it does dry clear. So you don't want any spots that don't have any paint in your picture. And then I just alternate the colors into the cup. And you can, instead of just pouring it straight in, you can do zigzags and circles, and so it kind of mixes up differently as it's going into the cup. Just alternate your colors. And you can do this with any colors, dark colors, light colors. Right now I'm doing spring type colors. A little bit more. Once you have everything in your cup that you're going to use to pour, if you don't mind getting paint on your hands, then you don't need gloves. I have gloves. Sometimes I use them, sometimes I don't. And put your board up on cups, and you're going to put it on there and flip it over and let it sit for just a minute to let all the colors run down. And you're going to just lift it up and swirl it around. Run it off the edges. I actually used the lubricant in several of my colors, and this is just a little torch that I got from Harbor Freight, and you're going to go over the painting with it. You see it creates cells. And you can leave it like that with the little tiny cells, or you can tip it and stretch them to make them larger. Go along your edges to make sure that they're covered in paint. Along the bottom for any drippage. Now once this dries, I take and, because it has kind of a dull look to it, I went to Lowe's, is the place, the hardware store we have here, the good size one, and they sell glaze coat, and it's a 1-to-1 epoxy mix, and I let this dry, and then I do a thin layer of the epoxy on top of it. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit, and you can see the colors and the cells that are in it. I think that's about as close as I can get, but you see the pink, and it's just a really neat design, or it is for me. I like it. It's different. But this is what I've been working on, just a larger scale. My space here is kind of limited, so I did a small one to show everybody. But it's made with just cheap paint and Elmer's glue and water, and then you can seal it with resin, or you can leave it like it is. I like a high gloss on mine, and it takes about 2 days to cure and dry really well. So I have another table in the other room where I set everything. But this is what I've been working on here lately, and I hope you enjoyed my video.